everyone! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to all new viewers. My name is Olka and I'm a UK-based vet, and today I'd like to tell you about making your home cat-friendly. Before I get to it, please don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that bell if you enjoy my content. I aim to release a video every week. So, let's jump into the topic of this video. What do you need to consider to make sure you've got a happy kitty in your house? Have you already got a cat or a few of them and are wondering whether you're doing everything the right way? Are you planning to get one soon and want to make sure they enter a comfortable and safe environment? Your cat's happiness is massively influenced by its surroundings. There are many things to consider. Let's try and talk about each of the things one by one, starting with bowls. Ideally, the bowls your cat uses to satisfy its thirst and hunger should be ceramic, something like this, or glass. Plastic tends to be less hygienic. Old, uneaten food gets squeezed into small cracks and scratches created over time within the plastic, especially if the same bowl has been used for a while. This makes a fantastic environment for germs to thrive. This, in extreme cases, can cause dermatological problems around your cat's lips and chin. Some cats also do not like the smell of them. It can be similar with metal bowls, like that. Cats seem to detect the metallic aftertaste, especially if it is a water bowl. My cats certainly drink more and more happily from a glass bowl rather than a metal one. Cats often tend to drink less than they should, so whatever you can do to make their water intake bigger, the better. Inappropriate hydration can lead to a variety of health problems, including cystitis, which is a bladder inflammation, or promote and worsen chronic kidney failure. You should have at least one water bowl and one food bowl per cat. So, for example, if you have 2 cats, you should have 2 food bowls and 2 water bowls, so they don't feel they have to compete for food. Some cats get along so well it might not be necessary. But unless you are sure of their personalities and dynamics between each other, 2 bowls per cat is the way to go. Cats also prefer their food and water bowls not being close to each other, so space them out, either in the same room or simply put them in different rooms. You can currently find a lot of feeding toys on the market, which I think is an excellent idea as it gives your cat a sense of achievement when they manage to get the food out. We've got something like this bowl where you put the dry biscuits in, or feeding boards, something like that. They just have different puzzles and different modules. You can easily find them online. This mimics their hunting behavior, gives them opportunity to exercise, play and challenges them. If your cat happens to be overweight, toys like that could also help battle that issue, as it slows down their food intake and makes them work for the food. So, what's next? Let's talk lounging areas. It is important your cat has an access to high resting places. This can be achieved by buying tall scratching posts or scratching castles with modules your cat can sit on or hide in. Mind, the modules in different types will have different sizes, so check their measurements against your cat's size before purchase. If they're too small, your pet won't be able to get comfortable on them. You can consider adjusting some of your already existing furniture. You could use shelves, wardrobes, window sills, etc. Remember to make them easily accessible and surfaces non-slippery. It's also important that these are steady and won't easily fall down, as well as there are no ornaments on them, which your cat can knock off. You could also install some shelves, especially for your cat. Next item on the list: toys. These are especially important if your cat lives exclusively indoors. These enable cats to display some of their natural behaviors. Toys can help to prevent boredom and frustration. Their usage also mimics hunting and provides exercise. Make sure your cat has several different types of toys. Ideally, they'd have toys which move around on their own or something you can move around to make your cat chase it. These are the sort of most basic ones, like mousy ones. And our cats love this, so you can move this around and they just basically chase it. As I mentioned before, feeding toys are great too. Most cats enjoy having some lounging areas by a window so they can look out of it, which provides much entertainment too. Although very nervous cats can be frightened by a particularly busy outside environment by large windows, especially on the ground floor. If you notice your cat seems scared, it might be a good idea to close the curtains. So, what's next? Let's talk litter trays. The amount of litter trays in your house should ideally be equal to the amount of cats you have plus one. If you can fit in more, even better. Litter trays should be located in discrete areas away from food and water. There are different types of litter trays. Some are closed, hooded, some are open. Every cat has its own preference, so try out both types. Cleaning litter trays frequently is essential. Poop and urine soiled litter should ideally be removed as soon as your cat does its business. If it's not realistic, clean it out once a day. As for litter itself, there are so many available. Individual cats definitely have preferences regarding the type. You can try out a few kinds to find out which one suits your cat best. What goes without a question, they definitely do need some, and you shouldn't just have an empty litter tray. Cats' natural behavior is to dig in the litter and cover its excrements afterwards. Okay, hiding places. These could be set up for them especially. But if you don't do it, your cats will probably use spaces under or behind furniture, like under a bed or a sofa or inside the wardrobe. Your cat needs to have a secluded area where they can have some privacy if they're scared, stressed, or simply feel like it. A little bit of clutter at home is in fact cat-friendly, as it provides camouflage. What about scratching posts? Cats certainly need to scratch to take care of their claws, keeping them sharp and clean, and to mark their territory. Ideally, your cat should have horizontal scratching boards and vertical scratching posts. If you don't provide these, your cat will definitely claw your furniture and carpets. Next on the list, cat flaps. Well, there are some advantages and disadvantages to them. It enables your cat to come and go freely between your home and the outside environment, which certainly is convenient if you're out, the weather is bad, your cat gets scared of something and wants to be straight back home. This way you don't have to monitor the door to open it every time your cat wants to be in or out. However, some believe because of this accessibility, cats can see their house as vulnerable to potential invaders, mainly other cats. This in result can cause stress and nervousness, and inability to properly relax at home. There are cat flaps which open only for a specific cat. This feature is made possible due to a microchip reader installed in it. Your cat will of course need to be microchipped to be able to use it. I also can't help but mention one of the cases I encountered at work. One of the cats I treated suffered a nasty injury to its tail. The cat flap closed on it, and the poor cat couldn't free himself. This caused a so-called degloving injury, meaning skin from part of its tail came off. In the end, the tail needed to be amputated. I know though of countless cat owners which are really happy with their cat flaps and consider it a necessity. Choice is yours, I suppose. Majority of cats are rather stressy animals, and very small changes or annoyances in their environment can lead to poor physical health. Something which seems completely fine to us, to them, can be unacceptable. If you are worried about your cat because it, for example, suffers from recurrent idiopathic feline cystitis, overgrooms itself, has poor appetite, make sure its environment is adequate. This could be a factor. What's next? Let's talk about cat beds. You can buy a specific one for your cat, however, it is possible that your cat will ignore it completely. So you might as well save yourself some money and just make sure they can choose their sleeping area around your house themselves. What's most appealing usually is warmth, familiar smells, so don't wash their favorite blankets too often, and elevation. It is very unlikely your cat will want to sleep on the floor. You need to be very considerate of what you keep or introduce into your house, especially when it comes to possible toxins, poisons and irritants. Many plants can be dangerous to cats, so before you buy one or accept some as a gift, make sure that by munching on it your pet won't get poorly. Other common items which are dangerous are detergents, antifreeze, etc. Less obvious would be scented candles, loose yarn which your cat can swallow causing a nasty obstruction, various leftover food lying around, etc. You need to be very aware of what your cat has access to when you're not looking. Multiple cat household. This topic on its own could take a whole video to talk about. Some cats like company of other cats, but very often this is not the case. And by introducing a new cat to your household, it can create problems and conflicts. If your cat is perfectly happy on its own, think twice before you decide to get another one, as it might change very quickly. However, if you have your mind set on it, make sure you can provide multiple litter trays, bowls, toys and hiding places for all your cats. If your cat is an anxious one and you're sure you're doing everything right, you could consider getting some products which are supposed to make them calmer and more relaxed. There are a variety of different options: sprays, plug-in diffusers, colors, etc., which contain either artificial pheromones, herbal scents and other goodies to make them feel better. Lots of them are available without prescription and are safe to use. However, they don't work the same on all cats. Some cats improve a lot, some not at all. Some like certain types better than others. Avoid strong artificial smells around your house, like air fresheners, scented candles, cigarette smoke or strong perfume. Cats have very sensitive noses and don't like it. It can stress them out, not to mention about possible asthma, allergies or other respiratory problems. To sum up, making your home cat-friendly can be challenging. There are a lot of factors which come into play and multiple things you need to consider. I am sure though, if you are sensible enough to be researching this, which you are since you're watching this video, you will do a great job. Good luck! And lastly, thank you for watching. I hope you liked my video. Like, subscribe, and I hope I'll see you here again soon. Bye!